a new month. Happy new month to everybody. Uh, September will be a great month for all of us by the grace of God. It will be a month that we will have unprecedented accomplishments. If you have been making profit in the market before, you will make more. And if you have never made any kind of profit, this is the month you're going to make good profit. With good knowledge and good guidance, you will do well in the market. All right. If you can hear me, kindly say hello. I can hear you. So kindly put it on the chat if you can hear me. Oh, great. Oh, great. Okay. So we will wait for some minutes to have some other people join us. But it's going to be a great month and a good day to trade the market as well. So let's just wait for some minutes and then we have other people join us. Good morning once again. Right. I think we can uh, start now, and then let's see how it goes today. All right, so it's going to be a very beautiful day. So trusting that all of us will make a good profit, at least to start the month of September. Let us look into the market. So far, let's see how the market fared. Let me share my screen so that everybody can see. Just a minute, 1 minute, please. Right. Okay. I believe we can see my screen. Well, all through the week, uh, please one moment, please, a moment, please. All right. So all through the week, we've had a couple of news and data released. And if you look at it, somehow let's look at it from Monday. And usually, Monday is usually we do not have any major activity on Monday, and that's why it's better to trade technically on Mondays. And I would always say is, let me put it again for those who have always heard me say this. Um, Learning to trade technically is paramount. Do not as well throw away the place of fundamentals. Embrace fundamentals, but also learn to trade technically. And I will also say, if you have understood technical trading, technical analysis, you will most likely make more money at the end of the day than you just waiting to trade only on fundamentals. Don't misunderstand me. I love fundamentals. You should love fundamentals because fundamentals help you to jump. It gives you a kind of geometric progression kind of movement. You understand me? But you should also know how to trade. And I would always use this analogy that it's just like you standing close to the sea, or let's say you go to a beach. The wave of the beach can rush at you and it can carry you. You do not need to know how to swim to be carried by that wave, right? So just release yourself. That is fundamental, carrying you. You will do well. But imagine the wave carrying you to the middle of the water and you do not know how to swim. And then the impact of the wave subsides. Woe betides the person that cannot even navigate through swimming himself. So swimming yourself is you understanding technical analysis, learning to trade yourself without fundamentals. You understand me? So I will also say this: do not neglect fundamentals. That is the mistake some traders make. They just look at the chart. They just want to do some analysis on the chart without taking into consideration that there are events, there are things that happen that can affect your technical analysis. And I will also say this: before you go technically, go and check the world of fundamentals. What is happening? What has happened? What is happening? And what will happen? You understand? So that your technical analysis will not be messed up by a data that is released. I don't know if I'm making sense to us. So that your technical analysis will not be messed up by the data being released. Because you could have said, okay, the way price is going up here, I'm going to use sell limits to capture it. It's going to hit the resistance and it's going to come down. And then at the release of a data, price refuse to respect the market structure, right? So that is why it is needful for you to understand both. Why you trade technically as your default state, let fundamentals be the navigating tool that you use. All right. So On Monday, there was no major news, and on Tuesday we had news from the Australian region, the US region as well. And then we as a matter of fact, most of the major data that came out this week, they really didn't help the dollar. We had more of major of weak data from the US, affecting the flow of things. And somehow it has raised the speculation that, as a matter of fact, in some quarters, they say about 56% of people believe that the interest rate might not be raised again. But if you remember Jerome Powell's speech last week at the Jackson Hole Symposium, when he tried to maintain a kind of a stand without tilting to either side, that whether it would increase interest rate or not. All right. Whether it would increase interest rate or not. It was like, with the way things are going, when he started his speech, that there might not be need to go in the aggressive mode. You understand? However, by the time he would end the speech as well, he said that that inflation is still very much in the economy, and they might eventually increase interest rate again. So that left traders in a state of, what should we do? What should we do? You understand? He was trying to maintain a neutral ground. That we may not increase interest rates he started with, and by the time it would end, we might increase interest rates. It ended. So we saw a kind of movement, in the market. So, but then most of the data that came out this week came out softer than expected. You understand? And then they didn't really help the dollar to push up at the more, and we might likely be seeing dollar ending in a kind of weekly loss this week. You understand? So on Tuesday, So on Tuesday we had data, okay, from the Australian region, US, and then on Wednesday we had German prelim CPI. And I think I should also say this. Germany is the biggest economy in Europe, followed by the French economy. But then we had news from this region. I remember earlier this year, the German economy got into a recession. They actually went into recession, but they are coming out, or they've come out of it, but not fully. And the previous data released showed that the inflation is still very much in the space. You understand? And if inflation is high, the normal thing is to give strength to euro, because it will push the ECB to want to increase the interest rate. You understand? And somehow, if you look at it this week, before we'll still go into the chart. This week, the euro traded stronger against the dollar. Actually, two things from this end: the sentiment that there might be an increased interest rate from the ECB, and the fact that we had softer data from the Eurozone and from the US zone gave good strength to euro. You understand? Now, and that being said, even the Spanish economy also released their data. That should be on Wednesday as well. Yes, Spain. Okay. As you go. Okay, they released their CPI, and it shows that the inflation is still very much in the economy. So all these give a kind of a cursor pointing towards that there might be a possible increase in interest rate in the ECB. But then when Lagarde spoke yesterday, Lagarde also tried to maintain a kind of a moderate tone, not really tilting towards the side of having an aggressive hike in interest rates somehow. Yeah, but then yesterday we had the release of core PCE. And PCE is the Federal Reserve's most preferred gauge for measuring inflation, because it measures the goods and services consumed by individuals. right? So it is the most most preferred gauge for you for measuring inflation. All right, but then if you look at the data, yeah, it came out flat, showing that there is this sticky state of inflation in the economy. Well, it is still steady, but it has not reduced. Just like last month, was it last month? Yeah, it's not last month. Last month when we had the CPI released, and then the data came out a bit softer. There was this immediate sentiment driven into the market, where we saw that the fact that the data came out softer, it means that there will not be a kind of need for you to aggressively increase interest rate. So that way, dollars sold. If you remember, dollars sold, but it was a momentary action, because it's just like you buying the rumor and selling the truth. All right. So because by the time traders eventually digested the news, they realized that, okay, the inflation only reduced just by 0.1%. That does not mean that inflation has been kicked out of the market. You understand? So there was still much more inflation. All right. So we saw that dollar went back in strength. Okay, and with what we have now, that's why you could see that there was a rebound. I'll still go. I just want us to see these nails before we go back to the chart. So yesterday we saw a sort of rebound in the strength of the dollar yesterday. All right. Then today there's been a kind of a mute kind of activity, because people are waiting what we will have from the NFP. And of course, this is going to also drive in good volatility today. We will see good move. We see good move today in the market. All right. And I should also say that the factory what's called activity in China came out as good. And this is good for the Chinese economy, because if you consider the previous data released over the past how many weeks or months, they've not been so good, and has not felt out good for the economy, with effect on even euro stock. You understand? Remember, China play host to most of Europe's largest exports. You understand? It's a major export market for major European companies. So whatever happens in China tend to have effect on European stocks and European economy. You understand? So it was a good news. It was a good news for not only China, but also for European stock as well. All right. So as we'll be having it from the US zone, we'll also be having it from the Canadian region, as they will release their GDP today as well at 1:30 p.m. It's going to be a very good date for you to trade and make money in this market, and do not miss out of it. By 3 p.m., the ISM manufacturing PMI also will be released today. Let's look at what will happen, to be or not to be. I don't know, but I'm just thinking. I'm thinking that when we had when we had the what's it called, the George opening that came out not so good for the dollar, and then this other one, because usually before now, was it on Wednesday? Okay, wait a minute. When we had the ADP non-farm employment change that came out negative, you understand, meaning the lesser number of jobs provided. You understand? Usually this will have been a kind of indication or indicator to tell us what to expect today. But there's been a kind of disparity. Is disparity the right word to use? Or people have learned not to really use this as a precursor to determining what will happen, what will be the eventual data from the NFP, because somehow there seems to be a kind of disparity in terms of value attached to this report. All right. So I'm not going to use the ADP non-farm employment change to judge what will happen today. That should have been what to expect. However, I will not use that, because we've seen it happen over and over, that ADP non-farm employment change gave us something, while the non-farm payroll gave us another thing. So let us expect. What do I expect from the market today? Well, we might see a kind of softer data, but the U.S. economy will not always want their currency to remain flat all through. All right, so let's switch to the chart and let's see what is going on there, and then let's see how we can take our convenient entries to make good money for ourselves in the market. I believe we are following. All right, now look at it. This is our US index on 1 hour time frame. These are US index on 1 hour time frame. If you look at it, it was only this yesterday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So it kept coming down. The data became softer. They kept coming down, coming down, coming down, preventing dollar from rising in strength until yesterday, when we saw that the PCE people, consumers had more to spend. You understand? They had more to spend. They spend higher, meaning that inflation is still very much in the economy. So dollar became stronger yesterday, hitting a resistance which it was not able to break all through yesterday, and today it has begun to do the same thing. It went, touched it, and it has been pushed down as well. All right. So this tells a lot, and we've been the market somehow has been a kind of so far today has been trading in a straight form, trying to wait for what will happen. So that's what I'm going to ask us. We might need to wait for us to have a clear breakout before we initiate any kind of trade. That's why I prefer to use a pending order this morning, but on US index. And of course, US index can be traded. How many of us do trade it? It can be traded, and we do also send it to us as trade instrument for you to trade. All right. So let's take it from US index. Let's see how we can take convenient entry. So if you ask me what's my preference on US index, I will tell you perhaps I don't know, but we can set a trap for it. You understand? But then don't be surprised that US dollar can become stronger. But it's just that this week, we might look at it on weekly time frame now. This week has not been a major one. Can see this is the weekly candle. This is a weekly candle. It hasn't been a good one for it for how many weeks now? One, it has been having a good uptrend for how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about at least about 6 weeks. It has been having a good uptrend until this week that we had some data negating, trying to mitigate the good stuff that it has had over the past few weeks. But then it may be ending on a weekly loss. It might be ending on a weekly loss this time around. So, but then on 1 hour time frame, let's see how we can take good entry and make good money for ourselves. Remember, let me say it again. What we give us here is not the end to everything. You understand me? Just to show us possibilities. There are more than 1, 2 entries that you can initiate yourself and make money for yourself. You understand me? That's why you see that we give us more of pending others than instant execution. It's just for us to show you possibilities, how you can also make money much more for yourself. It is something that you will find useful. Okay. So what do we do? So what do we do? I'm going to go in for let me go in and see it on 30 minutes time frame. Okay. All right, so I will only going for a buy on US index. I was going to say US 100. I was only going for a buy on US index if it breaks above this resistance we are seeing here. That would be any moment from any beer from this region will be a good buy entry. But then let me see to us, since market is going to be ranging somehow for now. Look at it. Look at today. Look at it here. Price touched this weak support, it went up. It touched this resistance, it started coming down, and it's doing the same thing here. Why not take advantage of a buy limit and a sell limit? Yeah. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to be giving us a buy limit from here. Anywhere from here, initiate a buy limit. Anywhere from 103.484 region, initiate a buy limit from here. Initiate a buy limit from here. Since market will still be ranging somehow, we won't have any clear breakout. Initiate a buy limit from this region, anywhere from 103.484. Initiate a buy limit and follow it through. Now, if you look at it, please, it's something that you should do fast. If you are doing it, initiate a buy limit. A buy limit from 103.484 region, initiate a buy limit from that region. All right. But if you look at it, there is, you can see my 50.0 fib level here serving as a resistance, and price consolidated, price gained well here for some hours. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, for about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours here, price ranged well here. So initiate a buy limit here, and please monitor. It will still go up. You understand me? But if you are risk averse, you can just take your profit anywhere from this region. But if you can leave it, allow you to go up again. You understand, to test the next resistance. But you can initiate a buy limit anywhere from 103.484. 103.484. Initiate a buy limit. Initiate a buy limit. And then I would also look at initiating a sell limit. Once the buy limit triggers, I will look to initiate a sell limit. Should price trace up all the way around this region. I will initiate a sell limit anywhere from this region, anywhere from 103.610. I will initiate it. If you have initiated the buy limit, it must have triggered now. It must have triggered now. If you have initiated the buy limit, it must have triggered now. Okay. Then I will initiate a sell limit anywhere from 103.610. 103.610. So you can determine your profit. Like I said, for your buy limit, you can first take it around this 50.0 fib level, and that's this region of 103.56 region. That 103.56 region, you can first take your profit, or you allow it to run. But if you are initiated a buy limit, it must have triggered. If you have initiated the buy limit, it must have triggered now. All right. And then you can follow it all through. But ensure that you take your profit before this next resistance that you are seeing here around the 103.608 region. And from that region as well, I will be initiating a sell limit. A sell limit from this 103.610 region. I'll be initiating a sell limit from that region, because I expect price to this trade in between this region. A clear breakout will happen when the news comes out. All right, I believe we got that. So a sell limit and a buy limit. Are in order. So you can see that the price is getting pushed back. It's getting pushed back. So because that's what is expected to happen this morning, before fundamentals takes over the steering and drive the market. And remember, like we would always say, fundamentals like these would only last as far as it could last. You understand me? Market tries to adjust itself. If you have initiated a buy limit, you should start running in profit now. All right. So let's move to Euro USD, and let's see how we can also take good entry on this. All right. Let's move to Euro USD. Okay. All right. Now, Euro USD traded bearish against the dollar yesterday, but all through the week it traded stronger. You know, I said it to us while I was talking about the fundamentals, that several things gave good strength to Euro as a currency. Of course, data coming from the US zone weren't so much good, except with the one we had yesterday that made dollar to rebound. But Euro traded well and stronger against the dollar Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, up until Thursday, where it seemed to have lost some of the profit that it made. All right. So somebody's asking me to write a pending order. You too, as I'm saying it, you should be writing it out. All right. You should be writing it out as well. All right. So dollar Dollar traded stronger yesterday against the euro, and that's why we saw that this pair actually sold well yesterday. Sold well yesterday, but this morning it has tried to do a kind of rebound, trying to go up again. But it will still be the same thing that is happening on US index that you will see happening here. Market will still try to trade in between the verified support you can see here and this stone cold resistance that you can see here. So I still going to advise that you trade in between this zone for you to make good money for yourself. For the early hours of today up until around 12 o'clock, when we start to have a kind of shift in the market. So I will say trade in between this zone. So it's looking like I'm going to be giving us a sell limit and the buy limit this morning, because I could have given you a buy stop and sell stop, but then I really want you to make money. If I give you buy stop and sell stop, you must have the gift of patience. You understand? We must be patient enough. You understand? You must have the gift of patience for you to have for you to have what was it called? um for you to make good money here on buy stop and sell stop. Because what I'm saying here, market will still range in between these zones. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you both buy stop and sell stop, and I'm also going to give you buy limit and sell limit. I think that's fair enough. All right. So for a buy stop on Euro USD this morning, anywhere above this 50.0 fib level that you can see, anywhere from the region of anywhere from 1.08612 will be good. And then just follow it up to the 38.2 fib level you can see here. Please, 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. All right. I believe you can hear me. Okay, so I said for the buy stop, you can go in anywhere from the region of 1.08612, anywhere from that region, go in and follow it up all the way to the 38.2 fib level, which is a major resistance zone there. So you can just take your profit anywhere. You can go in from here and all the way to this place, So it will be a good one for you. So that means you can look at taking your profit anywhere at 1.0876765 region. You understand? You can take your profit there. All right. Now for a sell stop, I'm going to say you go in below the verified support you can see here. Below verified support you can see here, and anywhere from this region, from around the 1.08257. You can go in anywhere from 1.08257. You can go in there and then follow it all the way. I know you can see my Fibo contour here. We can serve also as a dynamic support here. You understand? So it's going to militate against the movement of price. So if you want to be looking at taking profits, do not disregard this Fibo contour you are seeing here. Is a trend line. Do not disregard it. You might want to take your profit anyway. So if you're going anywhere from here, you might want to take your profit around this region as well. And once it breaks below it, you can then go further to take your profit. You understand? Now that is what your buy stop and sell stop, meaning that if you are looking at taking a sell entry on a sell stop, you might want to go in around the price region 1.08 to 1.08257. 1.08257, anywhere from that region, you want to go in, and then below it, you can just follow it all the way to the 1.08080 region. All right. Now, if you are the one that you want to make a good money quick, you might want to please look out for a sell limit and a buy limit here. As a matter of fact, it will not be a bad idea. As a matter of fact, if you can enter, if you can go in for a sell, let me see what's happening on US index. Okay, US index as crossed. For those who have done the buy limit, of course it will be negative, but this one will be pushed back. This one will be pushed back. So, but if you are looking at making good entry, prepare yourself to make money. Once this price gets pushed down here, go in for a sell from this region, from this strong resistance. Going for a sell, follow it down to the next verified support you are seeing. And once price is this verified support, because it's just like what you are seeing here, somebody will have thought that this price would not reverse. Look at this last candle where my cursor is. It was a bull. It was a bear candle. And if you had initiated a buy trade here, you would have thought that you are losing your money, only for price to get rejected here and then pushed up all the way. So the same in the similitude of this, we will see this one also pushed down. You understand? Because we might not have any major breakouts until the fundamental starts rolling out. All right. I think that is for that. Let's move to USD card and see what's happening. Let's move to USD card and see what's happening. All right. So there seems to be some kind of good news for the Canadian dollar somehow, because oil seems to be doing well. Remember, the OPEC Plus have also come out and said that they still want to tighten supply further by cutting supply. You understand? And being a petrochemical based industry, Canadian dollars seem to react to the strength or whatever it is that happens to oil. So even with the strength of dollar yesterday, see how dollar traded against the Canadian dollar. See how it traded against it. So is it traded lower despite the surge, despite the strength in the dollar yesterday? It traded lower against the Canadian and dollar, and it has also begun on that note today as well. So we must be seeing it. And remember, news is also coming out for the Canadian from the Canadian region today at the same time when we will have the NFP rolled out today. All right. So what are you going to be expecting? What are you going to be expecting? The oil seems to be enjoying a kind of bullish stuff now. So we might still see this pair come down the more. But whatever the case is, let's look out for a convenient position for us to take a good entry. All right. So let me see it in 30 minutes. Okay. I don't know why I'm seeing my I'm seeing buy limit, sell limit here. Because this one today, that's what it has just been doing. Look at it, everybody. See it here. Price open ranging. It came down here to test this support, went back up, tested this resistance, came down again to test this support. You understand? Don't you think that's going to be the repetition of trend? Because it's going to from here as well. Let me do it better. From here as well, trade and test this 20.6 level again before it starts coming down again to do this. And we may see this wavy movement until the news comes out. So I will say to you that please get set to go in for a buy. Get going for a buy, but then to be safe, you can initiate a buy limit. Initiate a buy limit from the region of, I'm on USD card, okay. You may initiate a buy limit, and it's even buying now. But set depending on that, prefer depending on that. Initiate the buy limit from around price 1.34898. initiate a buy limit from price region of 1.34898, and then follow it to the place where we had market range a bit, follow it up to the 20.6 pip level around price region 1.35081, 1.35081, follow it all the way there, and then you make some good money for yourself. Price will likely most likely go up above it a bit, but you can take a profit around this region. And then for your sell entry, initiate a sell limit around price region 1.35137, 1.35137. Initiate a sell limit around that region, then follow it up to where you initiated a buy limit. I don't know if anybody got me. I don't know if anybody got me. All right. Okay, so we can move on then. We can move on then. All right. So let us. Okay. Okay. Let me say it again. I said initiate a buy limit. A buy limit from this region 1.34893. Initiate a buy limit, and I said follow it. That is, take it all the way. You can take a profit anywhere around 1.35066. You can take a profit there. Now, that is for your buy entry, a buy limit. You understand me? You can then follow it, go way above it and go up around the region of 1.35121, 1.35132. Take a sell limit around that region, then follow it all the way to this region where you took your buy limit as your take profit. Okay. All right, that is for that. So if you don't know how to initiate a buy entry, you need to go for the evening class, and this is not a training class. You can also reach out to your account manager, Mr. Golden Boy. All right. Let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD. Okay. Now, the dollar traded stronger against the British pound yesterday, and somehow it seems to be doing the same as well today. All right, but whatever the case is, all right. So let's look out for convenient entry. Let's look out for convenient entry. You can see market has been ranging, doing more of ranging stuff than this thing. All right, I'm just going to give us a kind of buy stop and sell stop around this region. We'll give a buy stop and sell stop around this region. Let's see how we can take good advantage, make good money for ourselves. Yeah. All right. Okay. Because I'm tempted to also give us buy limit and sell limit. I'm tempted because we might see this happen again anywhere from this region. Anywhere from this region, we might see it happen again because this is an obvious resistance here. There's a resistance here. So we might see it happen as well. We might see it happen as well here. Might see it happen as well here. All right. So let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen here. So if price trades up to 1.26975 from that region, you might initiate a sell limit there. You might initiate a sell limit there. I don't know. Is anybody liking this sell limit and buy limit I'm giving you? He just wants to make money. It doesn't matter the method. Just make money. Okay. All right. So you might initiate a sell limit from this region, from the region of 1.26975. You can initiate a sell limit from that region. You understand? And please follow it all through. You might initiate a sell limit from the 1.26975 region. Initiate a sell limit there. It's going to be a good one. Initiate a sell limit there. All right. And then you can then you can then follow the sell all through to the verified support here. follow it to the verified support here. You can take your profit anywhere. So initiate it from this region and then follow it all through to this region, before the verified support. So that means you can have your profit around the 1.26512. You can have a profit around 1.26512. You can take a profit around 1.26512. Initiate it from the 1.26975, and then you can have your profit around 1.26512. It's going to be a good one. And then the same thing that happens here. So that means if you initiated a sell limit and then you have your profit here, you should initiate a buy limit and then follow it all through. Meaning, yeah, you can just go below it to initiate a sell limit. You can go below it. You can come around this region to initiate a sell limit. Yeah. So you can initiate a sell limit around a buy limit. I meant to say a buy limit. I meant to say you can follow price down. So you can follow price down. Let me say it again for clarity's sake. I said for a sell limit, initiate it around 1.26975, anywhere from that region. Initiate the sell limit there and follow it all the way down to the price region. This 1.26532, anywhere around this region. I can take a profit anywhere. So you can initiate it, and then once price gets there, price would also try to really test this verified support that you can see here. So you can take a buy trade from that end. Take a buy trade, or you put up a pending order as buy limit. Take a buy limit from this zone where I put up this horizontal red line. Okay, that's around the 1.26525. You can initiate a buy limit from that and then follow it again all through. I believe we got that now. Okay, that is good. How many have we done now? I think we've done 4. Let me move to commodity. Let me move to commodity. Okay, we can continue. Now let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. How many of us have been trading gold? You know for those who have good capital, trading gold will be a very pleasant one. It doesn't matter how deep gold goes, it will seek rebound, and that's what we've seen in the past many days. Because you remember, gold really went down. I'm still going to I will still go on indices. Don't worry, I will. Okay, so but then we've seen a sort of rebound in gold, because gold, you can see, I think gold went below the 19 something. Where's this? Let me see it. It went so low, down as 1902. In fact, below 1902. In this month of August to 18, it got down as far as 18 something. But now it's back to the 1943 region. As a matter of fact, it got to the 1949 2 days ago. Okay, so we may still see a kind of push up in gold as well. That, of course, that is capturing whatever it is that happens to the dollar. So gold is on 30 minutes time frame now. Gold has touched the weak resistance. For those who have understood this market, you will have just followed it with a sell there. You can see that it's been pushed down. It's been pushed down. Like the way it touched here, it bought all the way. This is today. It bought all the way, and then it sold all down as well, and has bought all the way. So the next thing for me to do is just to give you another sell limit here. It's just to give us another sell limit here. Look at what is happening. It bought all the way, touched the weak resistance. It was pushed down, came down to test the support, like this dynamic support you can see here, and then all the way pushed up again, touched the weak resistance. What's the next thing for us to do? Because it is predictable here, quite predictable. Look at it. Look at the movement here. Movement one. 2. Yeah, where are you? 3. So what's the next port of call? The next port of call is to repeat this action. and give us a hem. Yeah. So if I were you, I will initiate a sell trade here. I will initiate a sell trade here. I will initiate a sell trade here and follow it to this region. Of course, there are levels of support here as well, because here this is 1.8 fib level. We first try to push it back small. You understand me? But you can always take your trade, your profit. You understand me? Observe it once it breaks again, follow it again. You understand? Because it broke it up here, came down again. Now I'm going to initiate a sell trade here. So if you would, you can just initiate an instant sell here. Don't worry if you are seeing negative. You can initiate an instant sell here, follow it. This one will go back. We will not have any major breakout until the news starts coming out. You understand? So you can initiate a sell limit here. I just saw a message now. Why are you not using buy stop and sell stop? Well, it is not tradition. You understand? It will give us what will give us money. I can also give you buy stop. So if you want to do buy stop, you can go in above this weak resistance. You understand me? You can go in above this weak resistance, and then once price gets to anywhere around the 1944 region, you can go in for your buy. Follow it to the next resistance level, which is the 1945.7 region. So if you will, you might want to do it. For those who are lovers of buy stop, I also love using it, but just that there's no hard and fast rule to it. You can initiate the buy stop from the 1944 region, follow it to this level, follow it to that 20.6 fib level, and take a profit there. But I would rather go for a sell limit or a sell trade straight from this region, because if it happened here, it will happen here as well. It will happen here as well. This is technical trading. It will happen here as well. So I will initiate a sell trade here and follow it all through. Once I make good profit around this region, I'll take it, watch it again. Once it breaks this 50.0 fib level, I watch it again. I go for a sell again. I take my profit around this region. Once it breaks this as well, I go in again and take my profit around this area. Once it does that, I'm good. You understand? I am good. And then I might want to, and then if you want to initiate a buy limit, because it will also go back up and start going up again. So you can then initiate a buy limit around this area or enter a buy if you are the one that you are in the market and you are following it. Have I confused anybody, or have I helped somebody here? Did you get it? Can I get feedback? All right, we can continue. Okay, we can continue. All right. So you can initiate an instant sell. You can initiate an instant sell. Actually, you can. It doesn't matter even if it first goes into negative. You can initiate an instant sell. Actually, you can. Because based on this structure, it's going to respect it. All right. So let's look at oil. All right. So now you can see oil has been uptrend. This week has been a good one for it, and it's going to close on a weekly gain. And that's the fact that I think it was the deputy prime minister of the Russian government that came out to say, alongside Saudi Arabia, that they were looking at a kind of another cut in supply of oil, and that would drive in a kind of sentiment, and that would be the stand. They stand all through the year. All right. So if that is the case, we might still see a more bullish run on oil. All right. So and that is good. That will be good for the Canadian economy, and it will be good for the Canadian dollar, and that should be good for Nigerian economy. Well, that should be good. That should be good. That should be good. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, but then a tighter supply means that there will be limited oil in circulation. So to say, that means they will produce lesser than usual, and that will drive in a kind of demand for oil. And a demand for oil, and also it is not only the tight in supply that gives strength to the oil. Also, activities in the US also have, and it's one of the things these guys, the BRIC nation, are trying to just do, to take off that kind of influence away from the US. That why would what is happening in the US be affecting all of us, whether you like it or not? That's the global currency, okay. But whatever the case is, a stronger dollar also makes oil become stronger. Okay. So that's not so good for those who hold other currency. So let's look at convenient entry on oil this morning, a convenient one, before we go to indices market. Okay. You can go in for your buy on oil anywhere around above this region. So you can go in for your buy anywhere around this region. Okay. 87.43, anywhere from 87.43. You can go in for your buy and take it all the way to the next resistance. You can go in all the way to the next resistance. You can go all the way to the next resistance region. You can see here. So you can take your profit. You can go in anywhere from here and take your profit around this region. It's going to be a good money for you. So you can take your profit around the 87.95 region. You can take your profit around the 87.95 region. I believe we got that on oil. Okay. Okay, so let's quickly look for a sell entry on oil, and then we go to the indices market. Okay. 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. Okay. All right. So for your, obviously there is a support here around this region. There's a support around this region. Remember, support and resistance are more of what do we call it? Zones than lines. So I will go in for a sell. I will go in for a sell on this commodity below. I will just initiate a sell stop anywhere below this region of 186.70. I will go in for a sell, and it's 86.70, and then I have my profit before the 28.6 fib level at around 86.23. So between this region and this region, take your sell stop and make your money today. All right. Okay, so we can then go into the indices, to look at indices market. So let's start with US 100. Okay. Let's look at US 100 and let's see how the market fares so far. Let me remove all these multiple horizontal lines. Okay. All right. Interestingly, yesterday, you know, we would always say that when we have a stronger currency, we should have a kind of weaker stock. But that seems not to really play out, especially for some months now, where you see dollar so strong and you see US 100 as well, or this is also going so bullish. Of course, there are some other externalities that affect the market. Some of them have stocks listed under them, recording a good run, recording a good gain. You understand? So you can't take out that. But that's why I've always said this to us, that an analysis is not a standalone factor. It's not, and the concept is not a thing that you can always just have just one way route to hit. That's why you need to give yourself to reading and to understanding things around the market. Doing well in this market is the combination of good knowledge, of good deposit, and of good, for those who are my clients here. You know, I've always said it to you. You know, it's just like what the Bible said, that a threefold cord is not easily broken. You understand? If you have good knowledge, you have good capital, and then you have good discipline measure, you will do well in this market. Let me say it again. A good knowledge of the market, good capital, and good discipline measure. You will do well in this market. You have no business losing your money or losing your, because you are, and some of you, let me even say this to us. I don't know why traders love this. Maybe it has happened to some people. You don't want to see anything red. You just don't want to see anything negative. Verily, verily, I say unto you, thou shalt have some of those negative. Yes. But allow it to run well, and you do well in the market. Allow it to run well, and you will do well in the market. As a matter of fact, some of you don't want to close any trade, and that's why you lost money. You saw minus 5,000 naira or minus 10,000 naira. You now say, oh, no, I don't want to say negative at all. Allow trade to run well. And somehow it is wiser to even close at a lower negative so that you can go and then trade again to make good money. Good knowledge, good capital, and discipline makes a wonderful good trader. All right. So on US 100 now. On US 100, let's look at some convenient entries and see what we can do to make good money here. Now, we've been seeing a kind of ranging market today. Like I said to us, that we would have more of ranging market until when we have the nails. Okay. All right. So let's do it. Let me see it on 30 minutes time frame. Okay. So I'm going to give us a buy limit, a buy stop and a sell stop. So I'll ask you to initiate a buy if price trades above. Minutes, please. All right. I think I need to be faster here now. Okay, so I will go in for a buy if price trades above this 15569.51. I'll go in for a buy if price trades above 15569.51. I'll go in for a buy and then take my profit. Take my profit anywhere. In fact, as a matter of fact, this people contour. So going at 15569.91, 0.51, and then take a profit around the region of 15592.75. 15592.75. It's going to be a very, very good one for you to take this thing. But I wish people understood the language of buy limit and sell limit, and then you'll have taken advantage of these things now. You get? So buy limit and sell limit. I'm not going to give you buy limit and sell limit. I'm going to give you buy stop and sell stop. You understand? However, for those who have understood, at least you must the goal is for you to understand the trading psychology. You get? All right. Then for your sell trade, I'm going to give you a sell stop here. So anywhere below this 20.6 fib level, initiate a sell. I'm going around the 15542 region. 15542 region, initiate a sell there. 15542 region, and then you can take your profit. Take your profit around. Okay, take your profit around the 155. Take your profit around 15520.64. 15520.64. Take your profit around that region and see how do. So for a brother asking for a new client, don't worry. Your account manager, your account manager will reach out to you. So just relax. All right. I believe we got this. Okay. So we can continue. Let's look at US 30. US 30. Yes, US 30. Because we have some things like kind of a similar movement and patterns here. So I'm not going to wait. I'll spend more time. You get, but then, I think today, buy limit and sell limit are my friends today. I believe buy limit and sell limit are my friends today. So I'll be looking at a sell limit. I'll be looking at a sell limit. Should price trade up to 34,906. 34,906. I'll look at a sell limit. Should price trade up to 34,906. I will look at a sell limit. A sell limit. Should price trade up to 34,906. I'll look for a sell limit, and then follow it down. Of course, the first support zone you are seeing is this 23.6 level. You can take a profit. You can take your profit around this 23.6 level. So I would look for a sell limit, from 34,906, and then I'll take my profit around the 23.6 level that you can see here. So it's going to be a good profit for you. So initiate the sell from this region and then take a profit around the 20.6 level. That's a good one. That's a good one for you. Then alternatively, that's a sell limit. I was going to give you a buy stop. So alternatively, but this one is going to be a sell limit more. You can initiate a buy stop. Alternatively, a buy stop at around 34,933, and follow it to the 50.0 fib level. Follow it up. Follow it up to the 50.0 fib level before it is restricted at price level 34969. 34969. So you're going around 34933 and have your profit around 34969. Okay, I believe we got that. Quickly, US 500. I know most traders don't like trading this, but it's very profitable, even more profitable than US 100. But US 100 is faster. US 100 is faster. Now, this is a clear part of buy limit and sell limit. Buy limit and sell limit. So I'll be giving you a buy limit. If price trades down to 4524.4, 4524.4, initiate a buy limit. At 4524.4, 4524.4, initiate the buy limit and follow it all the way to the next resistance, which is this week resistance we are seeing here. Initiate the buy limit at 4524.4 is a region, then follow it all the way up all the way to 4526.9. 4526.9. Initiate a buy limit from 4524.4 and take it at 4526.9. 4526.9. That's a good one. Then once you get there, it must have triggered now. Whoever has set it must have triggered. If you didn't set it, you can just initiate a buy trade from that place. It must have triggered now. If you didn't initiate it, you can just initiate an instant buy. All right. And then follow the buy up to the 4569.9. Now, from this same region, now you can initiate your sell trade. Because look at what happened here when it bought all the way here, started selling. I'm on 5 minutes. Whoever is asking me, I'm on 5 minutes here. I'm on 5 minutes here. So it's going to be a very good one for you. It's going to be a very good one for you. I'm on 5 minutes here on US 500. Okay. All right. So initiate a buy limit. You can see it has bought a quick one, a very sweet one. It has bought and initiate a sell. If price gets to this 4562.9, 4526 rather, 4526.9, initiate a sell at 4526.9. Initiate a sell, follow it down as well. You make good money for yourself. On this year 500, I'm on 5 minutes time frame. It's a good one. You make good money for yourself. Did we get it, please? Did we get it? I have done US 100. Why do I use different time frame? It's for us to make money. What matters most is for you to make money. Mr. Champion. All right, so let me do US 2000. Let me use US 2000. Okay, after I do US, I'll just revisit the US 100, and then we'll call it a day. All right. So for this US 2000 is on 15 minutes time frame, but let me go on 30 minutes time frame. Just that to take more time. Okay. All right. So for this index, if you are looking at going in for your buy or for your sell, I'll just give you your buy stop and sell stop. Just give you your buy stop and sell stop. So go in, interestingly, in between this zone, this 38.2 and 23, in between this zone, 38.2 and 23.6, market will move. Market will move and trade. You understand? So this is what I'm going to do. I'll still give you buy limit and sell limit. Going for a sell limit. The sell limit at around price region 1910.5. 1910.5. 1910.5. There's a support here. So going for your sell at around 1910.5 and have your profit around 1908.4. Going for a sell limit at around 1910.5 and take your profit at 1908.4. Going to be a very sweet one for you. Then do the same thing for your buy. Go in for your buy at for your buy limit at 1908.4 and take a profit at 1910.5. Did we get it? For your sell limit going around 1910.5, take a profit at 1908.4. That's for your sell limit. Then for your buy limit, go in at 19.08.4 and then take your profit at 1910.5. I think that's simple. That's simple. So for US 100, I said going for a buy stop around this 15,569.51. Going for a buy stop around this 15,569.51, going above it and take your profit around this 15,592.85. Okay, and then I said going for your sell trade around 15,542.30 and take a profit around 15,552.0.64. Meanwhile, if you understand your buy limit and sell limit, this would have been a good opportunity for you to take. Well, the moment you bought it, I told you, just initiate yourself. Follow it. Then follow a buy here. So I saw the buy limit, sell limit here, and the buy limit here. Sell limit here, buy limit here, but I deliberately just didn't give us. Well, I would want us to understand the psychology of the market and trade yourself. There's a sell limit here, there's a buy limit here. There's a sell limit around the 15,561.77, and there's a buy limit around 15,540.25. Okay. How many have we done? I think we've done 4. Okay. What is somebody saying? Okay, let me just do. We must have done 10 like this now. I think so. All right. So thank you, everybody. I think we need to call it a day. 1:30 p.m. today, the NFP comes out. Don't miss out of it. If you don't have enough capital, please fund well. Remember what I said earlier? I said, have good knowledge, have good capital. Capital works hand in hand with knowledge. Have good capital, have good knowledge, and please exercise good discipline. Have a target that you trade with. Once you hit it, exit the market, and it's going to be a good one for you. Thank you, everybody. Let's have a very peaceful, profitable day. It's a wonderful time and wonderful Friday. Happy New Month once again. God bless you.